Hello my friends, and welcome back. In today's live programming video, we're going to be doing some work on Komorebi, the tiling window manager for Windows, written in the Rust programming language. Today I wanted to take a look at an issue that has actually been bugging me for a while, but I just kind of lived with it. I put Windows and Komorebi on a laptop earlier this week, an old HP laptop that we had lying around. And because it's a small screen and I was switching between workspaces quite a lot when I was using it, this came up more and more, and it was really bugging me. So why don't we reproduce this bug here live on the video? So why don't I get Edge here? Cool, so we have Edge on workspace 2. I'm switching back to workspace 1. Okay, this looks fine, right? If I put Firefox into monocle mode and then I switch to workspace 2, the color of the border changes to the single window container border. However, when I switch back to workspace 1, the border doesn't update to the monocle mode color. And if I come out of monocle mode, it goes into the monocle mode color. And yeah, this is not cool. This is not cool. And the same thing also happens when we try this. I'm gonna stack. Oh, well, there's something else wrong with the stacking, but I stacked here and I've got the green border. Green is the stack border. If I switch to workspace 2, the border changes fine. I come back and actually this one is okay. So I thought this was impacting both, but I guess it is just monocle mode. Alright, so let's go and take a look at that, shall we? I am not sure where to start here. So, why don't we think through this a little bit? So, in order to reproduce, I hit change workspace and change workspace again. So, let's get that into monocle, change workspace, change workspace. Right, so let's take a look at my my WHKD config. So the command I'm using is focus workspace, Alt+1, Alt+2. That's what I am using to switch backwards and forwards between those two workspaces. So yeah, why don't we start where we handle the command? So just as a quick refresher, when you type a Komorebi C command, Komorebi C focus workspace, for example, what's happening is Komorebi C is sending a socket message. And socket message is a big old enum of every valid message that Komorebi, the tiling window manager process, is expected to understand and handle. So we have focus workspace number. This is the one, right? So if we go, we can see we have this in process command. So when we're processing the command, we make sure that we ignore commands that are not on Komorebi's virtual desktop. And then we hide the border before we do any state manipulation. So I think so this was in order to reduce the number of redraws and general jank. So before we change the workspace, we get rid of it so that we don't have multiple redraws. I mean, we have one redraw, which is not the end of the world, but it's much better than it was before. So I think maybe let's copy these messages just in case. So one thing you'll notice is that we have multiple matches here. So this is kind of like a pre-hook if you're thinking in terms of lifecycle methods. So this is before the state manipulation. Then we have another match here, which is where all the state manipulation happens. So, you know, focus container in direction, move container in direction, all of this sort of stuff for pretty much every single match case. Adding float rules if you want to do that imperatively, changing the padding, all of this stuff is changing the state. So if we go to the end of this match, we have another match, and this match is kind of like the post, right? So if we are toggling monocle mode, we're switching the color. And I think that's where we get this kind of weird behavior where I change to another workspace, I come back, and now whenever I am toggling monocle, the colors are inverted, right? Until we navigate away and come back, and then they're reset. So a lot of this is to do with the colors when toggling between stacks and monocles. Okay, and then we have another post hook, which is, I think, any kind of layout change. Adding this one so that changes can be seen instantly after modifying the offset. So again, this all has to do with the border handling, and the reason why this is so complex, you may not know, is because although I think it was until Windows Vista, Windows 8, there was the possibility to change the thickness, the width of the built-in Windows borders, I guess, like the thickness of the borders with the highlights. That was taken away in Windows 10 and Windows 11, right? So all you can have is this incredibly thin line, which is not very useful, especially on high resolution displays. So that's why I came up with this idea of creating a window. So this border that you see is actually a brand new window that gets created by Komorebi. But what it does is it makes the window content space transparent. So whatever is in the same position as what is visible. And that's why we have to do so much jank. And so anyway, we get to the end here. And so this is the last post hook. And this is covering, like I said, a lot of stuff where the layout in general changes. And this is where we set the border position after we handle a command. But you know what? We are not actually handling... So if you look at this, all of these, they relate to what's happening on the current focused workspace. And we're not actually handling anything here where the workspace changes. So why don't we try that, right? I think the IDE is gonna have to play catch up with me again. But okay, let's try this. So when we do this, we draw the border again. Yeah, why not? Let's try it. So we'll stop that. And we'll do just info. Yeah, it's very interesting just how much the different device that you're using influences your experience of a program, especially a tiling window manager. So things that I'm not bothered with when I'm working on my desktop, they quickly become incredibly frustrating when I am working on a laptop. Okay, so we'll hit that into monocle. Yeah, so we've still got that issue. So let's see, what can we do here? So at this point we have updated the state. So why don't we see if there... Okay, so how do I want to think about this? So we've updated the state, so we'll have a new focused monitor and a new focused workspace. I think we can go into the focused workspace and check if we have a monocle container. So let's take a look at the definition for the workspace, right? So if we get our focused workspace, and if there is a window in monocle mode, we'll have a monocle container set on the workspace struct, and this is an option. So we can do, like, we can check if monocle container is some, and then we can explicitly set the border color like we are doing here. Okay, I think that makes sense. Let's try that. So we'll do self, because again this is on the window manager. Do I have a focused workspace method? Yes, I do. Excellent. Self focused workspace monocle container is some. We'll make an if there. So if self focused workspace monocle container is some, we want to load and store the monocle color. So we'll set border color current, store the value that we load from border color monocle, which is an atomic unsized 32-bit integer, and it is atomic so that it can be accessed safely between threads. And Komorebi uses two main threads, one thread that listens for commands and one that listens for events from the operating system, which is this one. Okay, this looks reasonable. Let's see how reasonable it is, in fact. So let's hit just info. Cool. So we'll go here again, open edge. We are in monocle mode, switching to workspace 2, switching back to workspace 1, and that is the one. That is what we wanted. And then let's try this with all the windows. Yeah, this is much better. This is much better. Okay, so let's go back to Alan's ticket. So when you set a window to be monocle or stack. So I have not experienced this with stack. Okay, why don't we stack here. So we have a stack of Firefox and Windows Terminal. Okay, so we'll go workspace 2. Yeah, I don't see this. I do not see this. Alright, let's maybe we can pull this out. When I unstack or unmonocle this after being the wrong color, it makes the single color incorrect. This makes determining what windows are where tricky. So this one I see, but I don't see this for stack. Oh, okay, wait, so maybe if I switch. So he's saying if I switch to another window. Yeah, I'm not seeing that one, Alan. Because okay, so this is my stack. It has the green border. I'll switch the window. I'll go back and it's still green. Okay. I'll switch to another workspace and I'll switch back. It's still the right color. I'll switch to another monitor. I'll switch back, it's still the right color. Alright, let's go step by step through this. So open window into monocle mode or stack some windows together. Alright, stacked. Switch to another window on another screen, or switch to window that isn't stacked on the same screen. Okay, on the same screen. Switch back to the stack. The border color should be wrong. I'm not getting that. So why don't I go to... I just clicked a window on my secondary monitor, and then I come back. Alright, well, I don't wanna add code unnecessarily, because I was thinking, you know, if that was the case, we could very easily add something else here, right? We could do if self dot focused workspace focused. Oh, can I get focus container directly? Yes. So if self dot focused container dot windows dot length is greater than 1, which means we have more than one window in the container stack, then we could do the same thing here, right? You know what, it's not gonna kill me to do this, you know? So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, but there is a thing. We do have to make sure that we're only doing this if the monocle or the stack colors have been set. Otherwise, people who haven't set them are going to get weird behavior. So why don't we get this into monocle? We'll do if monocle is not 0 and monocle. So we don't even look up the state. How about that? Is it just my spelling, or is this legitimately an error? No, oh my god. How is IntelliJ so slow these days? That's crazy. Alright, so we'll do a check. So then we just load this U32 instead of going into all of the state and checking. And then if the user has set a monocle color, then we can go and do these checks. And I think the same thing makes sense here. We'll call this stack. And if stack is set, so the value is not 0, we can do the same thing here. Let's try that. Cool. So let's stack these, open up Edge. Yep, that's fine. We'll do monocle mode. That's fine. Yeah, this I think looks pretty good right now. I'm pretty happy with this, so I think I'm gonna have to try and understand exactly how to reproduce this with the stack. I don't know, maybe just adding this remedies the whole situation? Like, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I think this is as good a place as any to wrap this. Oh, hold the phone. We have Houston, we have a breaking change. Oh. We have a breaking change in sysinfo that cannot be automatically. Oh, okay. So why don't I'm gonna stash this and come back to it. I'll do a commit on this. Let's just git stash. And in the meantime, we can check out this. And we can fix this. Yeah, 23 minutes. Why not? Why don't we extend this by another 10 minutes? I hope you won't mind. So I'll do GitHub er checkout 629. And just figure out why this ain't building. So sysinfo updates. Sysinfo, I believe, is used in main. Come on. Yeah, it's the first time I've had a breaking change from Dependabot in a while. Here we are. So, sysinfo. Okay, let's look at the changelog here. So, system X does not exist anymore. We might have to go into here. System X. Migration guide, just what we need. There are two major changes in this update. The first one was that all the traits were removed. It means that now if you want to use the methods on system, you don't need to import system extension anymore. Hey, that's great. That seems like a very sensible change. So that is going to be in Komorebi C's main. Line 30. Goodbye, System X. And you know what? Why don't we get Bacon up here to help us? And let's just start Komorebi. Sweet. So we have the same thing also in Komorebi main at line 38. Process extension, system extension. Those are both gone now. And here on line 485, proc root now returns an optional. So we'll do if let some root equals proc root, then we can move this up here. Triangle of Doom, my friends. The triangles of doom. And I think that looks like everything. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna make these changes. Git commit, amend, git push, force. So this should kick off a new build here. Yep, force pushed. And that shouldn't be too much trouble. It looks like we can update these. Rebase and merge. Rebase and merge. Ooh, that one didn't work. Confirm, rebase, and merge. There we go. Alright, so once those are in, they'll automatically delete the branch, which Dependabot has. Excellent. Alright, a little bit of excitement at the end there. I think that we are ready to wrap this up. So, why don't we head over and say thank you to the lovely, lovely sponsors of this project. Private Sponsor 1, Private Sponsor 2, Private Sponsor 3, thank you so much. Thank you Julian, Evan, Maxwell, Red Lobster, Darian, Leandro, Alex, Kwang, Surefire, Michael, Pavel, and of course, the original, the OG, Hisayuki. Thank you all so very much, my friends, for your ongoing support. If you too would like to sponsor this project, head on over to the sponsor page. You can become a one-time sponsor, you can become a monthly sponsor, and honestly, even if it's just $1 a month, it makes a very big difference for me. If, however, you are not in a position to become a sponsor, the very next best thing that you can do is head on over, well, you don't need to head on over because I'm sure you're watching this video on YouTube right now. So, since you're here, hit subscribe. I would appreciate that very, very much. We finally made it to 1,000 subscribers at the end of last year. So freaking cool. I don't know, maybe we'll make it to 2,000 by the end of this year, 3,000? I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep on making these videos that you all seem to like so much. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think maybe by the end of February, we'll have enough watch hours to take a cut of the ad revenue that plays on all of my popular videos. So that's another great way to passively support the future of the Komorebi project. I do also just want to point out that I have a new channel. So previously I used to do everything on this channel. There were a lot of Let's Plays as well. But as of January 2024, I have split off the GZ Plays channel for all future Let's Plays. So if you did enjoy the Let's Plays, head on over to GZ Plays where we are playing The Lies of P right now. Great game. Alrighty, my lovely, lovely friends. That is all the time that we have for today. I hope that whatever you all do today, you have a great day. Free Palestine, and I'll see you all back here next time.